Southwest Florida's #1 primetime newscast. Fox 4 News at 10.
I was shaking so bad I didn't realize the house was shaking.
Terrifying moments still haunting people 2 days after a tornado tears up parts of Cape Coral. Now residents are beginning to pick up the pieces after that powerful storm, and the community is trying to restore a sense of normalcy. The EF2 tornado bearing down on several streets in Florida's largest city, Southwest Florida's largest city, I should say, leaving uncertainty and a trail of destruction that you are looking at in its wake. Debris, you can see it's scattered all over the neighborhoods, homes heavily damaged, some destroyed, and families now left to pick it up and put it all back together. And thanks for joining us for Fox 4 News at 10 tonight. I'm Amy Wegman. The brunt of the damage is in the area of Beach Parkway West. That's between Chiquita and Sands Boulevard. Now, if you see the two red dots in the dotted line there, that's the path that this EF2 tornado took after it touched down. It traveled just shy of 4 miles, but its effects can be seen in several other parts of Southwest Cape Coral as well. Let's get right over to 4 in Your Corner anchor Patrick Nolan. He's standing by live with the very latest in Cape Coral tonight on the recovery efforts. There is some silver lining here.
I just spoke with one of the homeowners back here, and as you can see, the lights are back on. So there is some hope, some progress for people in this community. But take a look at the effects of what this tornado has done. He just put it very simply to me. This is all my stuff. And you see stuffed animals, a Christmas tree stand, Christmas lights and decorations, signs of happier times, people celebrating in this neighborhood just a couple of weeks ago, and tonight literally trying to pick up the pieces. Some other unusual things you'll see out here, and it gives you an idea of just how forceful some of these winds are. Power tools. I mean, these things are heavy, not huge, but certainly something that you wouldn't expect a strong wind to pick up. When you're talking about a tornado, things are very different, and the damage continues as you look through all this property. As depressing as this scene might look to you, there are some things to feel hopeful about tonight. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you what neighbors in this community are telling me, that they are seeing things to celebrate tonight. Take a listen.
It was a shock. I mean, we weren't expecting that at all. And it's been devastating.
And as you look at some of what's left behind after that strong tornado moved in, you can tell that neighbors certainly have their challenges, but at the same time, tasting the sweetness of what it's like to be a loved neighbor, sometimes loved by people you don't even know. Our 4 in Your Corner team coverage continuing now with Lisa Greenberg, standing by live in another part of Cape Coral where people are coming together tonight. Lisa?
In a box.
Well, Patrick, the couple living inside this home behind me were on a trip when they got a call that a tornado ripped through their home. Take a look behind me. You can see their neighbor's boat ended up in their backyard completely upside down. The wires and metal on top of it destroyed, just like their home behind it. Now one neighbor is working to bring the entire community back on their feet.
Crushed glass and a red unsafe notice greet the DeMond family as they come back from their trip to find their Cape Coral home ripped apart by a powerful tornado.
It was devastating. I mean, there's people all over my yard that I didn't know. I just wanted them to get out of my yard and give me my privacy so I could come in and see my home.
Tara and her husband led our camera inside to show you the destruction.
The inside is just so damaged. The ceiling's caving in over our master bed, and water all over the floor. It's almost a total destruction in there.
Their roof torn off, water bubbling in the ceiling, their lanai and everything on it damaged, blown away, or into the pool.
But then we have like a wind chime that's hanging back there that looks like it's not even been touched.
The mysterious nature of tornadoes like the one tearing through Southwest Cape Coral, leaving other homes in the area nearly untouched, like Susan Bennett's.
I start crying. When you're blessed, you're blessed. And when you look at your neighbors and they have no home left, and you do, you just have to do something.
So she and her co-workers at Century 21 Sunbelt on Cape Coral Parkway accepting donations for those affected by the 125-mile-per-hour winds. In one afternoon, their entryway filled with toys, linens, shoes, clothing for all ages.
They can come to our office, and if they are in need of clothes or towels or linens or toys, just come in.
She may not know all their names, but she shares a zip code, a street sign, a friendly hello while walking her dog with folks most devastated by the storm.
To see everybody come together the way they have in this neighborhood just alone has been great. My animals are okay and my neighbors are fine, and that's all that we can really ask for.
Now, the DeMonds say they are being put up in a hotel until they can find a place to stay while their home is being fixed. If you have any supplies to spare, you're asked to bring it to Century 21 Sunbelt on Cape Coral Parkway. And if you were affected by these tornadoes, all you have to do is show up with your ID and with your address, and you can take whatever you want. Reporting in Cape Coral tonight, Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4 in your corner.
Thank you, Lisa. And this is an idea of what folks are dealing with tonight. Even though the lights are back on because of the power, a lot of lines are still really low. So just, for example, out in this yard, it is so dark out here. No one, of course, wants to step out here and face this kind of risk. Fence post is down, tied up with the lines, and of course the debris continues, in this case, an artificial Christmas tree, and just so much more portions of lanais, porches, and parts of roofs out here as well. Now, the good news is a lot of people have found places to stay, either with family or friends. If you are in one of the local hotels or motels in Cape Coral, consider yourself among the lucky ones. We did some checking, worked the phones tonight, and checked with a number of them, and there is no room at the inn, and we have got that list for you right now on Fox 4 News at 10. The Hampton Inn in Cape Coral is full tonight. The Hampton Inn Summerlin Square, Homewood Suites, the Hilton Garden Inn, all of these are booked. Now, at last check, this is at last check, Tarpon Point Marina, that's the Westin right there off Coronado and Cape Coral Parkway, still had rooms. It is a huge facility, so hoping that there will be enough room if anyone needs any last-minute shelter tonight. In the meantime, the cleanup continues in these neighborhoods. The yards are one thing. If you can get your stuff together, and that is emotionally and physically taxing for a lot of people at this point, and get it to the curb, Waste Pro promises to take care of it within the next 3 weeks. And you can see, and we've got some video from earlier today, right along Chiquita and Beach Parkway, a number of people do have their debris now along those major thoroughfares. The trouble with that now, until Waste Pro picks it up, it actually makes the streets more narrow, so you just want to be careful if you're driving in this area. Nothing is blocked off at this point, even though some of the streets were last night at this time, but you just want to be very careful. Another place to be careful is in Cape Coral's very elaborate canal system. It's very popular with boaters. It's a pain in the neck sometimes when you're driving the Cape because canals can cut you off, but this time it could be more than a pain in the neck if you were on the water because so much debris could be submerged and it's hard to spot. So even canals that you feel familiar with, you don't want to risk it. Police are saying if you don't have to be on the water, please don't, but if you are, please go especially slow. The challenge tonight for most of the people now, their safety is okay, but what do they do about their stuff and how do they get their homes back together? The houses are damaged, but the home is the part where your family needs to feel safe tonight. 4 in Your Corner's Malcolm Johnson has been talking to some of the folks as they try to pick up the pieces. Here's his report.
The metal, that's the trash.
It's cleanup day for the Reppert family. Most of the trash lined up here doesn't belong to them.
Everybody's roof's everywhere.
Everywhere includes lodged in their trees.
The wind just picked this truck up in a second and threw it right where it's at. Luckily, it didn't hit the house.
And past the trash can in the back of the house.
Somebody's coffee table ended up on our roof up there. The pool took a pretty good hit.
A hard enough hit to leave it filled with debris, not hard enough to keep them out.
I get in it about every weekend. If the solar heaters up top the roof made it, I'll probably clean it up and get in it this weekend.
Joe Reppert was right here when the storm came in.
It was completely dark and the lights were going off and on and pretty much we couldn't see anything.
So they went to the safest room in the house, the laundry room.
I was shaking so bad I didn't realize the house was shaking.
As for other rooms in the house,
this is the family's living room. It's one of the many rooms inside of the house where this family didn't have power. But this morning, after 38 hours, they were finally able to turn the lights on.
The power restored, but the good faith in the community never left.
Like these trucks and that been delivering water to us.
Pizza, they deliver pizza.
A gesture this family who's putting things back together brick by brick. Malcolm Johnson, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right, you go.
Now, that family telling Malcolm that they do have renter's insurance. They've been in touch with their insurance company. They feel like most of their belongings are going to be covered. But as you know, when you lose wedding pictures, baby pictures, there is no substitute for some of those things in your lives. And then there are these inane things like parts of a cooler. Not that you're going to worry about replacing the cooler, but when you look at the things that were associated with that great fishing trip with your kids or whatever happened, and pieces of porches, homes, and God knows what else in here. There's another danger that a lot of people are dealing with, and it's an emotional one, and that is, what about members of the family? They're still not sure where they are. The humans are all accounted for. That's the good news. But a number of pets were known to have disappeared during the chaos. We've been showing you how fences were torn down, and the animals themselves become disoriented. It's harder for them to know where they are, recognize their homes. Now, we have been in touch with Lee County Domestic Animal Services. They tell us they're working as hard as they can with other agencies to go ahead and reunite any missing pets with their owners. Take a listen.
One lady, she was so thankful. Her whole home got demolished by the tornado that came in, and she was able to come get a dog from us. So that was a good thing. Be able to reunite the animal with the owner.
If there's a silver lining with any of this, the folks at Lee County Domestic Animal Services tell us they actually expected a number of pets, like a larger number than they're dealing with. They think what's changed versus, say, Hurricane Charlie in 2004, when a lot of pets disappeared, is that now we've got Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, so people are able to connect really quickly through this social media, post pictures of animals that have been found, asking neighbors, does this one look familiar to you? And they've had a lot more happy reunions than they ever had in the past when it comes to a disaster like this. We are keeping you posted on the latest information, trying to find what's most helpful to you, what you need to know next right now on fox4now.com. We'll continue to do so throughout this newscast and again on Fox 4 News at 11. For now, I'm reporting live in Cape Coral. Patrick Nolan, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Patrick. We will check back with you in just a little bit. And coming up next on Fox 4 News at 10, too late. 4 in your corner, asking the National Weather Service why some homeowners in Cape Coral didn't get a storm alert until 5 minutes after the tornado touched down. Plus, show me the money. It's not too late to get a Powerball ticket for that record jackpot. It's well over $1 billion now. Just how high it's expected to go. But first, four-legged fire rescue. How a dog saved a local woman's life and why some say the dog was just repaying the favor. That's next on Fox 4 News at 10. Derek?
Well, it looks like parts of the area could see a little bit of rain for Tuesday. I'll let you know which areas have the best chances in your forecast coming up.
A tornado warning for Lee County.
Fox 4 was first.
At 6:52, and we're tracking it for you.
Warning you of danger.
You get indoors and stay indoors.
First with information of power outages and relief efforts.
We have team coverage of the damage.
The Red Cross setting up at Oasis High School.
Continuous social media updates.
Hi, I'm Fox 4 Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley here.
And streaming newscast online. In your corner. On air. Online. On social media. Fox 4 is in your corner.
Beef O'Brady's jumbo-sized wings and award-winning sauces just got better. How? With our new Wings and Things. Enjoy our wings with onion rings, fried mozzarella, pickled chips, ribs, or new jalapeno corn fritters. Get $5 off at beefobradies.com.
We're cruising with you! Hey, it's January. You can't do Florida. Hey, Caroline, Gloria, and myself. And I got news for you folks. During the month of January, you purchase or lease a new Kia, whether you're at the Wesley Chapel store, Facillo Kia, Cape Coral, Facillo Kia, you're going to cruise with us next year on the beautiful brilliance of the sea.
That's right. We're doing it again. All you got to do is purchase or lease your new Kia from us this month of January. And it doesn't matter what language you speak, right, Gloria?
No importa qué idioma hables, te atendemos en tu idioma en español. Y en este mes de enero, tú puedes participar también si compras o alquilas tu carro nuevo aquí en Facillo Kia. No importa si es Wesley Chapel o Cape Coral. Te vamos a dar un crucero para ti y para un acompañante para que nos acompañes en el crucero 2016. Porque el 2015 estuvo tan bueno que hay que repetirlo.
That's right. I don't care what language you speak. You need to come in this month because we're having a great time. As you can see, people all week long on 2015, half of them told me they're going to come in and purchase next year. Don't miss the opportunity because your experience is going to be
iHeartRadio is the one app where you can hear all of your favorite live radio stations from all over the country. And you can create your own custom stations using your favorite artists. iHeartRadio, music and radio in one free app. Download the iHeartRadio app today.
To the couple wondering what a good deal looks like. No. Seriously? We'll give it a 6 for composition. Scary. Wow, what about just putting a fair, no-haggle price on the window? Not zany enough? Sometimes the best deals are pretty plain to see.
Beef O'Brady's jumbo-sized wings and award-winning sauces just got better. How? With our new Wings and Things. Enjoy our wings with onion rings, fried mozzarella, pickled chips, ribs, or new jalapeno corn fritters. Get $5 off at beefobradys.com.
Get it now at fox4now.com.
Fostering an animal, you're saving a life, and in my case, you might be saving your own also.
Well, this woman's house almost burned to the ground with her inside, but thanks to her foster dog, she got out alive. It's a story you're only going to see on Fox 4 tonight. 4 in Your Corner's Warren Wright sharing the heartwarming story and why this dog is extra special.
Lexi is a loving German Shepherd. Her owner got evicted, and while her master looks for a new home, a foster family took the animal in. Little did they know, Lexi would repay their kindness.
Lexi is a very vocal dog. She always lets everyone know what she's thinking. Lexi loves her master, Denise DeFall, but they've been separated since Denise got evicted from her home while on disability.
Ziploc bags and a first aid kit.
And living in a truck proved to be too difficult on her 8-year-old German Shepherd.
And so on disability, the rents are as much as my check.
Seeking relief, Denise looked into the foster care program for animals. That's how she met Cecilia Patterson, who took Lexi in just before the holidays. But the New Year's Eve celebrations nearly turned tragic.
Apparently, a bottle rocket came and hit the top of this shed.
It quickly burned to the ground, and the fire was spreading. Cecilia said she didn't notice anything wrong, but there was something about Lexi's tone, the way she was barking, that got her attention.
This was the bark of, there's something going on and you need to come out, the warning bark.
She was insistent.
Very insistent.
The fire department told Cecilia that if they had come any later, her home would have been lost. Lexi's master isn't surprised by her dog's bravery, but she misses her terribly.
I want her home, but I can't bring her home to live with me in the truck.
But foster mom Cecilia says Lexi will always have a safe place to stay.
She has a home for as long as it takes for Denise to find a place, because she's my hero.
I spoke with the director for the Lee County Animal Shelter, and they say fostering animals, even if it's just for the weekend, is a real gift. It helps reduce stress on the animal, as well as help with expenses at the shelter. If you want to help, just go to our website and click on this story. Warren Wright, Fox 4, in your corner.
Well, I hope you had a good Monday. Started off with some clouds and a little chilly, but looking at the time lapse from Charlotte Harbor this afternoon, pretty nice. Plenty of sunshine. And temperatures into the upper 60s, lower 70s. The clouds are returning to the area. We are tracking one of these weak upper-level disturbances, and we've been talking about this El Nino pattern for the past several days, and we're going to see more of this as we go into the next week or so. We're going to see these disturbances in the upper atmosphere triggering off showers and even thunderstorms at times. We're still watching that system here towards the end of the week, which we'll talk more about in a minute. But a little bit of rain trying to spread into portions of Collier and Monroe County. You can see this light shower activity coming in from the Gulf of Mexico and spreading over towards sections of Palm Beach and Broward County. And down into Miami-Dade County as well, and all the way down to the Keys. So this is going to continue spreading northeastward here overnight tonight, and some of those showers may try to creep northward here for early tomorrow morning, so we may have to contend with a few showers across our area, at least southern portions of the region here for your Tuesday morning. 40s and 50s right now. Punta Gorda down to 49 degrees, and it looks like most areas, though, will be dropping into the upper 40s and lower 50s overnight tonight. Skies mostly cloudy and only topping out in the mid to upper 60s here for tomorrow afternoon under mostly cloudy skies. You can see how those showers are starting to creep northward just a little bit, so we'll continue to watch this overnight. I think about as far north as they're going to get probably would be Fort Myers, maybe even as far east as places like Immokalee and over towards LaBelle. But I think most areas, though, that will get wet will be across far southern portions of the region, mainly Collier and portions of Hendry County. So the jet stream remains very strong. The southern branch of the jet, typical, very typical for an El Nino winter. And we're going to continue to see a strong jet over the area into the end of this week and this weekend. And we're going to be watching another storm system that's going to try to track towards the area that looks to be sometime late Thursday into Friday. And that's where we do have a chance for seeing some showers and storms here across the area, and some of those could be on the strong side. Still a little early to kind of make that call, but we just have to wait and see how the system evolves. But there is a chance coming up towards the end of the week that we'll see some more thunderstorms here across the area. Forecast for tomorrow, though, calls for mostly cloudy skies. Notice here at 6 o'clock in the morning, the showers trying to creep northward, but for the most part, it does look like we will be staying mostly dry, at least just for our northern counties, so places like Port Charlotte, up towards Punta Gorda. Your chances of rain are a lot lower than folks down in portions of Collier County, including Immokalee and Naples. So inland sections for tomorrow, chance for rain is going to be highest in the southern portions, otherwise highs in the 60s. And the harbor zone's looking mostly dry, maybe a stray isolated shower in the morning, but staying mostly dry. Coastal areas, the southern portions of the coastal region seeing the best chance for rain tomorrow morning. And the beaches, same story. Forecast for tonight down to 52 under a mostly cloudy sky. We'll be watching those showers creep in from the south. Again, those scattered AM showers are going to be mainly for southern portions of the region. 67 the high temperature. On the water tomorrow, north winds 10 to 15 knots, seas running about 2 to 3 feet. 7-day forecast. Looks like the showers move out early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, for Wednesday, mostly dry, 70, 73 Thursday, and then we'll be tracking the next system coming in late Thursday into Friday. More on that to come. Amy?
All right, thank you, Derek. And coming up next at 10, caught on camera, the hunt for a drug lord. How El Chapo managed to slip away from Mexican soldiers during this raid and how they finally caught up with them. Plus, what can you get for $1? Maybe a gallon of gas. How soon we could see those prices here in Southwest Florida. That's next on Fox 4 News at 10.
The water weather forecast is brought to you by Water City Grill. It's all about the Cape.
The Designer Marketplace and Fashion Show.
Fine wines and fabulous prizes.
Join us for the Wine, Women, and Shoes Signature Luncheon, February 12th.
Help local families during their cancer journey.
Call the Cancer Alliance of Naples.
Ram's continued leadership is eye-opening, like Ram 3500 with the best towing, best torque, the best payload, and Ram 1500 with the best fuel economy. It's no wonder more people are driving Ram trucks than ever before. Guts, glory, Ram.
Now get $7,000 in total values on 2016 Ram 1500 Big Horn Crew Cab models in stock the longest.
The difference between fish in the ocean and fish on a sandwich is that when ocean fish swim in pairs, they're less likely to get eaten. Arby's, we have the meats.
My name is Rose. Smoking caused my lung cancer. I was on chemo and radiation. They took part of my lung out, and they put this in me to drain the fluid. Every day I prayed that they would remove it. My tip is be careful what you wish for. That chest tube hurt a lot more coming out than it did going in.
Tobacco-Free Florida offers free nicotine replacement patches. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now.
The Marine Corps didn't like the looks of my teeth, so they pulled 16 of them.
Are you suffering from missing teeth or bone loss? Call World Class Dentistry today. Local dental implant experts with the technology to give you brand new teeth in just one day, so you can look younger and enjoy the foods you love. Call or log on to sarasotadentist.com now to schedule a free consultation, 3D imaging, and discuss affordable monthly payments.
There was no pain. It was perfect. It is the best decision I ever made regarding my health and my teeth.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our exceptional offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs. Get this low mileage lease on this ATS from around $279 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
How low will gas prices go this year? AAA puts today's national average for a gallon of gas at about $1.96. And folks here in Florida paying about that, $1.98 on average. Prices are down to $1.95 in Southwest Florida. Tumbling oil prices combined with strong refinery capacity could push the price of gas, get this, down to $1 even in some areas. That hasn't happened since 1999. The Powerball jackpot has grown again, this time to $1.4 billion. The drawing, it's still 2 days away. That means it can grow even more. The prize was already the world's largest before lottery officials, increased it today. And again, that jackpot could go up if ticket sales remain intense over the next 2 days. Officials review the estimate daily. We'll know tomorrow how big it is then. No one matched all 6 Powerball numbers on Saturday night, leading to this new astronomical prize. U.S. stocks struggled to end mostly higher, but Wall Street does appear to be rebounding as oil and gas companies were hit by another plunge in crude prices. The Dow Industrial Average gaining 52 points, the S&P 500 edging up 1 point, and the NASDAQ slipped by 5 points today. Coming up next on Fox 4 News at 6, a dramatic raid as police close in on a drug lord. See it for yourself as soldiers storm El Chapo's hideout and what's in store for the drug lord as he's brought to the U.S. to face charges. But first, we're asking the National Weather Service why some of you didn't get much of a heads up about Saturday night's tornado in Cape Coral and what you can do to make sure that doesn't happen again. That's next on Fox 4 News at 10.
During the Rooms to Go January clearance sale, buy this great-looking two-piece sectional in your choice of 2 colors, white or black, just $11.88, and get the matching ottoman free. Now during the Rooms to Go January clearance sale.
The Butterburger is made of just 3 cuts of fresh Midwest beef. Nothing more, nothing less. So we got the sirloin, the chuck, and the plate. No fillers, that's it.
All price cuts, all well marbled for richness and flavor.
This is where those 3 wonderful cuts of beef come together.
You can just tell that blend is working in there.
And we sear them, and that seals in the juices of the burger.
It doesn't get any better than that.
And that's the Culver's Butterburger. Welcome to Delicious.
The new year's here, and don't miss the opportunity. That's right, January Cruise with Huge 2016. Whether you're in Wesley Chapel for Silo Kia, whether you're in Cape Coral for Silo Kia, it's a cruise of a lifetime. We're here on 2000. You gotta be kidding me, not this again. What are you doing?
Wait for me!
Where's my card?
It's safe.
That was really good when I went out and hired you to do my Spanish spots. It's costing me a fortune, for God's sake. You eat too much and you shop like Caroline. Listen to me, don't miss the opportunity. That's right, folks. In the month of January, Wesley Chapel, all over Tampa, they're talking about it. It's Cruise with Huge. Most car dealers can't do this, folks. They don't have enough cash. Right here, you can come with us. You go into Wesley Chapel, purchase or lease a new Kia. Cape Coral, the #1 Kia dealer in the world, and you're going to cruise with Huge. Look at this. Goddamn, gets me upset.
We'll just get 2.
We'll get 2! 2! Folks, come shop with the 2 girls. We're going to make your experience, that's right, in the month of January, absolutely huge.
Moving a TV is a real pain. Would that be easier if I had Prism TV from CenturyLink?
Sure. I've got CenturyLink's wireless set-top box, which makes it pretty easy. Let me show you. I could move it here, or here, even here.
Switch to CenturyLink. Get the Prism Essential TV package with internet for only $65 a month for 1 year with auto-pay enrollment.
Didn't even break a sweat. Till just now.
Want game-changing savings?
Greg's got it!
Catch big savings on appliances at H.H. Gregg. Up to $1,300 off refrigerators. Up to 25% off washers and dryers. H.H. Gregg.
Greg's got it!
The candidates.
It's all about making their case to you to be president.
The issues, hot topics, and controversies. Cutting through clutter, exposing false claims. Fox 4's exclusive PolitiFact holds candidates accountable. Fox 4 News.
During the Rooms to Go January clearance sale, save on amazing once-a-year mattress closeouts. 4 great brands: Beauty Rest, Serta Perfect Sleeper, Sealy Posturepedic, and Therapeutic. All closeout priced at up to $400 off queen sets at the Rooms to Go January clearance sale.
Now, Southwest Florida's #1 primetime newscast, Fox 4 News at 10.
4 in your corner, continuing our coverage as people in Cape Coral finally have the power back on tonight, but they are working to clean up the damage and the destruction left behind after a powerful EF2 tornado wreaked havoc in Southwest Florida's largest city this weekend. The brunt of the damage is right here. You're looking at it, the area of Beach Parkway West between Chiquita and Sands Boulevard. The 2 red dots and the dotted line, that is the path that the tornado took after it touched down in Cape Coral. It traveled just shy of 4 miles, but the effects can be seen all over parts of Southwest Cape Coral as well. Now, many of you saying tonight you were really caught off guard and pretty unsettled by all of the sudden changes in the weather on Saturday night. Our team coverage continues with 4 in your corner's Tony Sadiku. He's taking us back to when the storm hit, looking at when the warnings were issued and why there wasn't much of a heads up for our community.
A seemingly typical Saturday night interrupted by this.
Tornado warning for Lee County for a storm that is over Cape Coral right now.
The National Weather Service issuing a tornado warning for Lee County at 6:50 p.m. But was it too late? At 6:45, the tornado was already ripping through parts of Southwest Cape Coral, leaving a trail of damage. And 2 minutes after the warning was issued, the tornado itself fizzled out. The National Weather Service was watching the storm threat and issued a special marine warning at 4:30 to warn of potential waterspouts. But meteorologist Robert Garcia tells me things changed quickly.
When it hit Pine Island Sound, something happened when it came ashore. It's probably some of the friction or the effects of the coastline. All of a sudden, we've seen that.
The Storm Prediction Center had also warned of potential severe weather Saturday afternoon, which we passed along on social media. But when it comes to tornado warnings, Garcia says a brief delay in information can happen depending where people get it.
If they're watching television, that's one way to get it. Some people get it through cell phones, and cell phone networks can get congested really quickly.
A reminder to always be ready with a plan when storms strike.
That the tornado threat isn't necessarily going to be visible or during the day. It's probably going to be at night. So stay weather aware, get the weather radios ready.
Tony Sadiku, Fox 4. In your corner.
You heard him say weather radios, TVs, mobile apps like Storm Shield. They're all great ways to get life-saving information, but you do want to have multiple tools that will wake you up in the event of severe weather. Again, he said it usually happens at night. All right, let's send it back on over to 4 in your corner anchor Patrick Nolan. He's still standing by live in Cape Coral near all this destruction with more tonight on how members of the community are truly banding together during this critical time. Patrick.
And just want to show you right here, I've been talking to Susan Rivera over there, and she says she's got 2 bins that are full. She's out here at this hour. This is her home in the background there with the lights back on, sorting through things. She says she's looking for family pictures out here and also trying to find anything that might have personal information on it. You know, things that you might normally shred or think no one's ever going to see is now in pieces all over this property, and she's just picking it up one at a time. I can tell you her attitude is unbelievable. She said, you know, I know that I've lost a lot of things here, but I'm so lucky to be alive. Her loved ones are lucky to be alive. And she said she took a lot of hope and encouragement in some friends reaching out to her and texting her saying, if you need any help at all as you go through your things that are scattered all over these lots behind your property, we will do whatever we can. And I saw her pick up some family pictures and take a little bit of pleasure, a little bit of encouragement in each one of those things. I also talked to one of the owners over there, and he said, I'm looking for pictures of my dogs when they were little and some other family pictures. There's just something about when you see these people that you love and know underneath dirt and mud, some Christmas decorations. They're tiny things, but for a lot of us, these smaller things mean so much. And that's been the big challenge for people like Susan. She just picked up her mop, and I'm going to tell you something right now. She will definitely need that at some point as they clean off the back porch. But in the meantime, she was so gracious to us. I apologize because I feel like our TV lights are now in their backyard after everything they've been through. And she said, well, your TV lights are actually helping me search for things and recover things for my family and make me feel like my life is whole and a little more put together tonight. So we appreciate you being so generous with us here tonight, Susan. In the meantime, the cost to the city and to individuals is still being tallied tonight. We know it's in the millions in terms of damage, but how much exactly are taxpayers going to have to shell out here? For In Your Corner's Adam Pinsker has been working the better part of the day to get you that answer. He's joining us live now with that part of the story. Adam?
Yeah, Patrick, I spent a couple hours with Cape Coral City Council today as they were crunching the numbers. They have $2 million available in a rainy day fund for hurricanes and severe weather events, just like what happened on Saturday. Now, earlier today, Council pulled $1.2 million out of that fund to pay for damage to city property only.
We believe the estimated cost so far is $680,000.
But Cape Coral Council members feared that number will climb, and as a result, the city tapped into its reserves today.
8 ayes, motion carried.
$1.2 million was approved to pay down what is becoming a growing list of repairs, including a $580,000 bill for debris removal, $50,000 for overtime costs, $25,000 apiece for the damaged Lift Station 507 and Pelican Bay Baseball Complex.
From a financial standpoint, we need to monitor this very, very closely, scrutinize all the costs, and make sure we look at this as an audit situation.
The cleanup could take weeks, and some members are afraid these estimates are on the low end.
If we get to that 1.2 and we're not done, what, are we just going to walk away and leave all the stuff laying in the streets? We can't do that. This is a disaster. It's a cleanup. It's mandatory.
The city still needs to iron out a contract with Waste Pro. The company will be in charge of hauling away tons of storm debris. That job alone could take a month.
We would also have to have city staff assigned to each area to monitor the tonnage that's being collected.
Mayor Marty Zawicki says the city's rainy day fund pays for unexpected disasters like this.
We had just replaced that this year, so we had used that up during, not ever replaced the $4 million from 7 years ago.
And Mayor Zawicki says Cape Coral will come in well short of the threshold that needs to be reached in order for federal dollars to kick in. The mayor is asking Governor Rick Scott for state aid for homeowners whose insurance may not cover all of their damage. In the studio, Adam Pinsker, Fox 4. In Your Corner.
All right, thank you, Adam, for that. Well, even though tornadoes are not a common occurrence in January, in an El Nino year, these events become more likely. You may have heard the term before this summer as the reasoning for a below-average hurricane season, but those graces don't typically continue in the winter. Instead, in El Nino winters, severe weather tends to increase for states in the south, leading to more rain events like we've seen, severe weather and tornadoes here in Florida. In fact, Florida's deadliest tornado outbreaks happened during El Nino years. 42 people died as a result of strong tornadoes back in 1997, the strongest on record. And in 2007, more than 20 people were killed by tornadoes.
And unfortunately, we're entering what would be the El Nino tornado season. So we're here in January. It kind of tends to peak in February into March. And so we want folks to know this is kind of like the opening warning shot.
Now, this is not to say tornadoes are going to be happening all the time, but we should have plans in place. In fact, in a few days, we could be looking at another weather event with severe potential. Our next disturbance expected to approach the area Thursday night, and it will be one to watch out for sure. Let's send it over to Derek.
Well, Amy, fortunately, things are a lot quieter here across the area, and it looks to remain that way at least through the first part of the week, and we'll talk more about that system that Amy was mentioning here a little bit later in your forecast. But let's talk about some light showers that are trying to creep northward across the area. Now, most of this, again, is very light, and we're going to be tracking this here as we go into the next 24 hours or so. And you can see them basically kind of smattering across portions of down towards Broward County as well as Miami-Dade and into Monroe and Collier County. So we'll continue to watch this. There is a chance that some of this will try to sneak northward here by early tomorrow morning, so we may have to contend with a slight chance for a couple of showers here for your morning commute here for tomorrow, mainly for southern portions of the viewing area. But then as we go throughout the day tomorrow, just mainly cloudy skies and temperatures into the 60s. We'll have a complete look at your work week forecast and a look at that system we're talking about towards the end of the week coming up a little bit later. Amy?
All right, thank you, Derek. Well, the search is on tonight for gunmen responsible for 2 7-Eleven robberies that happened in Fort Myers this morning. Police believe the latest incident happened at the store on Winkler Avenue near Solomon Boulevard. The shooter fired 5 shots right through the front glass, injuring one employee, leaving bullet holes right in the window there. The employee is recovering tonight. Meanwhile, just shortly before that one happened, a masked gunman rushed into the 7-Eleven on Colonial near 75, held the clerk at gunpoint there before taking off with cash and cigarettes. Police believe that these robberies are connected.
This is a series of 5 robberies that we've had at these 2 locations since mid-December, early December. You know, we're worried. We want to get him, obviously, because he's a danger to everyone, but we're hoping the level of violence doesn't progress.
Now, if you have any information that could help solve any of these cases, or perhaps you recognize the person in the surveillance images, call Crime Stoppers. You don't have to give your name. It's 1-800-780-TIPS. And the search continues tonight for a group of men accused of holding a gunpoint a family of 7. This happened during a home invasion robbery early Saturday morning. Detectives say that 3 men seen in these surveillance images entered into the home on Manuel Street East, and over the course of a few hours scoured that home while 2 adults and 5 children were held at gunpoint. If you recognize the people in these images, take a good look. And again, you don't have to give your name when you call Crime Stoppers. It's 1-800-780-TIPS. Extradition proceedings underway for Mexican drug lord Joaquin Guzman, also known as El Chapo. Mexico plans to send him to the U.S. to face justice. The cartel leader was recaptured on Friday after 6 months on the run. This video shows the police raid at his hideout. Police say he was hiding in this house in the video, but managed to get away during a shootout with the Mexican Navy. Now, he was later captured on a highway nearby. Officials say El Chapo's multi-billion-dollar cartel has been a major supplier of illegal drugs here in the United States. He was first arrested back in 1993, and he's escaped from prison twice. The last time was in July. He slipped through an underground tunnel beneath his cell. Stick with us. Coming up tonight at 10, sufficient warning, or where did that come from? We're sharing your stories about how you found out about that EF2 tornado that was bearing down on parts of Cape Coral. But first, remembering a music icon, how fans all over the world are remembering David Bowie. That's next on Fox 4 News at 10.
Find your sweet spot today with Dunkin's Chicken Apple Sausage Sandwich. Enjoy sweet apple and savory sausage together for under 400 calories. America runs on Dunkin'.
You've upgraded all your old technology, so what about this? It's time to get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is a foot-activated liftgate. New is tougher, stronger, and lighter. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now, get into a new Focus, Fusion, or Escape with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 trade assist cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
She is a force of nature and natural truth seeker. And for 20 years, she has no equal, no limits, and remains unstoppable. Judge Judy.
Weeknights from 5 to 6 on Fox 4.
Hey guys, it's Annie. You know, as moms, we're always looking for new ways to save money. Well, today I'm going to share with you a simple tip that could help you stretch your budget when it comes to your grocery shopping. Not bad. It's easy. BOGOs from other stores aren't always the best deal, but Walmart everyday low prices, well, that could save you some money.
Fort Myers, the total amount saved at Walmart versus Winn-Dixie was $24.21 in this week's basket. That's 20%, including BOGOs.
Give Walmart everyday low prices a try today. You'll be glad you did.
iHeartRadio is the one app where you can hear all of your favorite live radio stations from all over the country. And you can create your own custom stations using your favorite artists. iHeartRadio, music and radio in one free app. Download the iHeartRadio app today.
It's January, you can't do Florida. Hey, Caroline, Gloria, and myself, and I got news for you folks. During the month of January, you purchase at least a new Kia, whether you're at the Wesley Chapel store, Facillo Kia, Cape Coral, Facillo Kia, you're going to cruise with us next year on the beautiful brilliance of the sea.
That's right, we're doing it again. All you got to do is purchase or lease your new Kia from us this month of January. And it doesn't matter what language you speak, right, Gloria?
No importa qué idioma hables, tenemos en tu idioma en español. Y en este mes de enero, tú puedes participar también si compras o alquilas tu carro nuevo aquí en Facillo Kia, no importa si es Wesley Chapel o Cape Coral. Te vamos a dar un crucero para ti y para un acompañante para que nos acompañes en el crucero 2016, porque el 2015 estuvo tan bueno que hay que repetirlo.
That's right.
Repetirlo.
I don't care what language you speak. You need to come in this month because we're having a great time. As you can see, people all week long on 2015, half of them told me they're going to come in and purchase next year. Don't miss the opportunity because your experience is going to be
People come from all over the world to live in Southwest Florida. Here, on a clear day, you can see the rest of your life.
Sold on Southwest Florida? Make the right choice. Right Choice Realty, 333-best.com.
The new Caramel Macchiato from Dunkin' Donuts. Uplift your mood with handcrafted layers of espresso, milk, and a caramel-flavored swirl. From 2 to 6 p.m., indulge in a medium hot or iced latte or macchiato for $1.99. America runs on Dunkin'.
The music industry losing one of its brightest stars. David Bowie, also known for his Ziggy Stardust persona, dying yesterday, just days after releasing a surprise, critically praised album. Fox News correspondent Benjamin Hall is in London tonight with more.
Look up here, I'm in heaven.
Haunting images and lyrics from David Bowie's final album. The rock star dying at age 69 after an 18-month battle with cancer. Bowie's death comes 2 days after his birthday, which was also the release date of his final album, Black Star.
He was a songwriter, he was a singer, he was an actor, he was a composer, he was an impresario, he was an artist, he was a poet.
Born as David Jones in London, Bowie's recording career spanned nearly 5 decades. He's known for his androgynous look and his Ziggy Stardust alter ego. He married supermodel Imam in 1992 and is survived by 2 children.
It's a struggle to understand how I'm no longer 20. I don't know anybody else this has ever happened to. Most people, they get to 20, and then they stay 20. It didn't happen for me, though. I just went on and on and on.
Fans around the world mourning Bowie's death. Folks in London leaving flowers in the West End location, where he posed for his Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust album cover. People also paying tribute at his Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Genius is an overused word, but I think musically, creatively, artistically, David Bowie was a genius. For someone of my age, he provided a lot of the soundtrack of our lives.
And perhaps fitting with his Stardust persona, Bowie's even being mourned from space. British astronaut Tim Peake tweeting from the International Space Station, saying that he was an inspiration to many. In London, Benjamin Hall, Fox News.
And as he just showed you, fans crowding the late singer's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You can see flowers, candles, pictures. They sprinkled glitter, all covering the icon's star. Other tributes also popping up as well. And Bowie didn't just touch people. Dogs loved him too. Furry fans honoring the late icon. This dog owner naming her French bulldog Ziggy Stardust McCabe after David Bowie and posting this picture of Ziggy Stardust in honor of him. While another dog owner recreated Bowie's Aladdin Sane album, covering the look on the bull terrier. Jimmy Choo, that's the name of the bull terrier, by the way. He says Bowie always inspired him.
All right, it was a cool start to your Monday with lots of sunshine through the afternoon. Again, a look at the Best Western Waterfront Cam time-lapse over North Fort Myers, showing skies clearing out throughout the morning and afternoon. And temperatures are dropping off pretty quickly out there into the 40s and 50s. We are tracking a little bit of light rain out there now. A good chunk of this that is pushing into our neck of the woods, including Hendry and portions of Collier County. A lot of this not even reaching the ground. We could see a couple of sprinkles down there for tonight as a result of the air being very dry in the low-level parts of the atmosphere. But the farther south you get, especially when you get down towards portions of Monroe County and into Miami-Dade County and down into the Keys, that's where we're seeing some of this trying to reach the ground. So we do expect the atmosphere to gradually moisten up here across mainly southern sections of the region. So basically, I would say from about Alligator Alley southward here for tonight. And that's where we could see a little bit of light rain, and some of that may try to push northward here into portions of Lee County and into northern Collier County here by tomorrow morning. I really don't expect big rain chances out of this system, but just something to watch here for tomorrow morning. Really starting to cool down, though. Arcadia down to 46, Punta Gorda at 49, here in the Cape 57, and the warm spots down into Collier County into the low 60s, Immokalee and down into Naples. So for tonight, into tomorrow morning, skies mostly cloudy. Again, any chance for a sprinkle or light shower is going to be well south. The closer to Alligator Alley you are, the better chance your rain will be here for tomorrow morning. But this system's going to move out here pretty quickly. We've got this very active southwesterly flow in the upper atmosphere. The jet stream basically running in this direction here, and that is sending little disturbances in the upper atmosphere towards our area and helping to spark off those showers. This is a really good illustration of that. This is the energy in the upper atmosphere. As we go through Tuesday, that wave moves out. But the one that we're going to be watching here towards the end of the week is right here. Notice by Friday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning, all these blobs of red here. That's energy in the upper atmosphere that gets the showers and storms going. And we expect that to bring our next chance for rain in the area. And there's still some question as to whether or not that's going to bring a chance for severe weather to the region. At this point, it's just too early to make that call, but the pattern is shaping up with the wind fields that we have in the upper atmosphere. The air is very strong. The winds are very strong in the upper atmosphere. And again, we are looking at that possibility of some strong storms across the air. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that. Forecast for tomorrow, though, does call for a few scattered showers across the area. Mainly our far southern portions of the region, and then as we go into Tuesday afternoon, mainly drying out across most of the area. So overall, it looks like just cool for your Tuesday, but most of the rain, though, should be staying well south of our region here for tomorrow. Here's a look at that forecast as we go through tomorrow. Skies partly cloudy. Again, those temperatures are going to be cranking up into the upper 60s here for you Tuesday afternoon. 70 for Wednesday, 73 Thursday. We'll be tracking that storm system Thursday night and Friday. That's where we could see some stormy weather. And I do think Friday is going to be windy, too. Winds out of the south are going to help warm temperatures up to the mid to upper 70s. Around 80 Saturday, and then cooling off back into the 70s for Sunday.
Did you get a warning about Saturday's tornado? We're sharing some of your surprise as an EF2 tornado ripped through several parts of Cape Coral. And for many, it happened with no warning. That's next on Fox 4 News at 10.
What would you say on Family Feud?
Your bottom?
Wrong.
Your tush.
That's got to be up there.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 4.
The Designer Marketplace and Fashion Show.
Fine wines and fabulous prizes.
Join us for the Wine, Women, and Shoes Signature Luncheon, February 12th.
Help local families during their cancer journey.
Call the Cancer Alliance of Naples.
Start the new year in a new Nissan. During Nissan's 2016 event, choose from 7 models with 0% financing for up to 60 months, plus up to $5,000 cash back. Or lease Altima, just $178 per month. But hurry, the excitement may last, but 0% on 7 models won't. Offers end February 1st. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Hardwood floors are a popular choice for the Southwest Florida lifestyle. At Abbey Carpet and Floor of Naples, our selection of hardwood is impressive and second to none. So whether it's wide plank, hand-scraped, rustic, or elegant, we have it all. What are you waiting for? Come see our vast selection of hardwoods, over 60 in-stock styles, ready for immediate installation. Prices starting at $199 per square foot.
Game-changing savings?
Greg's got it!
Catch big savings on appliances at H.H. Gregg. Up to $1,300 off refrigerators. Up to 25% off washers and dryers. H.H. Gregg.
Greg's got it!
If the Dodge brothers walked into a dealership today, they'd be pretty impressed with what's become of their Maverick car company. With all the power, performance, and ingenuity. But knowing them, they'd insist on serving the donuts.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me $1,000.
Get yours before their history.
Get 0% financing for 6 years or $3,000 total cash allowance on the 2015 Dodge Charger SXT.
You're probably wondering, with all the meat that Arby's has, do they have ocean meat? Well, wonder no longer. Arby's has more wild-caught Alaskan pollock fillets than you could ever imagine, especially if you're only imagining one fillet. Eat 2 crispy fish fillet sandwiches or flatbreads for $5. Arby's, we have the meats.
When we made the Jeep Cherokee, we didn't stop at a stunning interior, or at advanced technologies, or stop at that gas station, or from going over bumps, or rocks, or through rivers. Let's just say we couldn't stop ourselves. One drive and you'll discover why the Jeep brand continues to be the best-selling SUV brand. Now get 0% financing for 5 years or $2,500 total cash allowance on the 2016 Jeep Cherokee Latitude.
Weather is sponsored by Right Choice Realty.
Dozens and dozens of families in Southwest Florida picking up the pieces tonight after an EF2 tornado touched down in Cape Coral on Saturday. It left behind it a trail of destruction. Now, fortunately, no deaths or serious injuries were reported, but some residents say that their natural instincts to take shelter kicked in way before the alarms on their phones alerted them, leaving a lot of them surprised.
Yeah, it shocked us. It came out of nowhere. The alarms didn't go up until after.
Right.
So,
once we were in the
warning.
laundry room, and then the phones went off.
Now, many of you say you were also surprised at the late notice. Holly asking on Facebook, did anyone else fail to get an alert? We're at Skyline and Veterans, never saw anything until after the tornado passed. Tierra also wrote, I got nothing. But for others who did get a warning on their phone, they say they took action as soon as they could.
We got the thing on our phone. And then after that, we all ran in the house.
As soon as the warning,
the warning
everything
came,
was gone.
it was just like.
Now, meanwhile, it is never too late for you to join this community conversation. Do you think residents in Cape Coral needed more warning about the tornado? Call or text 206-FOX-4. Email us news@fox4now.com. All new next on Fox 4 News at 11. Uber wants you to hitch a ride. What they're doing in hopes that you'll choose them and how it'll help keep more money in your wallet. Plus, McDonald's adding another twist to its menu, the new items that they're adding to help keep you healthy. And how about these wheels? If you're in the market for a new minivan, Chrysler's got you covered when you can see this one hit the streets. That's all new next on Fox 4 News at 11.
The candidates.
It's all about making their case to you to be president.
The issues, hot topics, and controversies. Cutting through clutter, exposing false claims. Fox 4's exclusive PolitiFact holds candidates accountable. Fox 4 News.
Room after beautiful room. Every room at Rooms To Go is priced to sell during our January clearance sale. Get amazing buys on special clearance items, reduced sale prices on Cindy Crawford Home, the Sofia Vergara collection, and 65-inch Ultimate TV packages. Save big at Rooms To Go Kids, plus finance interest-free until January 2019. So hurry, we must clear the way for new styles. Shop the Rooms To Go January clearance sale today.
It's hard to find time to keep up on my shows. That's why I switched from DirecTV to Xfinity. Now I can download my on-demand shows and take them anywhere.
Ready or not, here I come!
Now hide-and-seek time can also be catch up on my shows time.
Here I come! Can't find you anywhere!
Don't settle for DirecTV from AT&T. Take your shows to go, only with Xfinity. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
Mother Earth Natural Foods has been serving Southwest Florida since 1975, always supporting a healthy lifestyle.
Organic.
Gluten-free. No GMO.
Healthy foods, snacks, vitamins, and herbs, all from our knowledgeable, friendly staff. View and shop us online. Find store specials, coupons, and special features. Now with 6 locations in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Estero.
The Butterburger is made of just 3 cuts of fresh Midwest beef. Nothing more, nothing less. So we got the sirloin, the chuck, and the plate. No fillers, that's it.
All price cuts, all well marbled for richness and flavor.
This is where those 3 wonderful cuts of beef come together.
You can just tell that blend is working in there.
And we sear them, and that seals in the juices of the burger.
It doesn't get any better than that.
And that's the Culver's Butterburger. Welcome to Delicious.
It's our biggest, most monumental new car sale of them all. Announcing the final days to save event going on now at Coconut Point Ford. Take a holiday from monthly payments with no payments until August 2016. And regardless of your credit history, you're guaranteed 100% credit approval. Come see why we're Southwest Florida's only back-to-back Ford President's Award winner. Final days to save deals on top of national holiday incentives. Get the point. Get to the point. Coconut Point Ford. Online at coconutpointford.com.
Get your Fox 4 weather forecasts by listening to these iHeart radio stations. Live from Southwest Florida's news source, this is Fox 4 News at 11.
The wind just picked this truck up in a second and threw it right where it's at. Luckily, it didn't hit the house.
Unbelievable images and a lot of close calls. A city picking up the pieces after an EF2 tornado blew through Cape Coral this weekend, bringing with it winds strong enough, as you saw, to flip cars. Thankfully, everyone's power is restored tonight finally, but the tornado leaving homes badly damaged, some destroyed, as pieces of debris are scattered in the streets, in the yards, in people's pools. The majority of the damage is around Beach Parkway West between Chiquita and Sands Boulevard. And you can see those two red dots in the line there. That is the path the tornado took after touching down in Cape Coral. It traveled just shy of 4 miles. 4 in Your Corner, of course, has been following this storm since its touchdown on Saturday night. And we continue our team coverage tonight with anchor Patrick Nolan. He's live in Cape Coral in the middle of the destruction, and he's telling us what people are doing tonight to deal with all of this. Patrick.
Well, right now they're being very patient with what they're seeing. Check out this lanai. This is the back of someone's house here. Just took an absolute hammering from this tornado. And you heard earlier that the power is back up for most folks in Cape Coral, but you can see there are plenty of, I don't know the best way to put this, maybe leftover parts. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, you want to keep your distance from any of this stuff, no matter what the utility is saying about who's hooked up to power or what's back on. There are plenty of heavy-duty tools that are used to keep people powered up. Some of them aren't being used right now, but there are just so many wires around now. They just want folks to be as careful as possible. Imagine something like this happening when you're not home. It's scary enough when you're inside the house, but imagine you have no idea what actually happened to your home because you're so far away. That's happened to one family. They were in St. Louis. They have a home in this neighborhood. Their neighbor's boat and truck ended up in their yard, and the place they called home was just smushed. But they couldn't assess what was going on, and they certainly couldn't fix anything or deal with anything. So how did they solve that? Well, neighbors stepped up, and 4 in Your Corner's Lisa Greenberg has their story.
Crushed glass and a red unsafe notice greet the DeMond family as they come back from their trip to find their Cape Coral home ripped apart by a powerful tornado.
It was devastating. I mean, there's people all over my yard that I didn't know. I just wanted them to get out of my yard and give me my privacy so I could come in and see my home.
Tara and her husband led our camera inside to show you the destruction.
The inside is just so damaged. The ceiling's caving in over our master bed and water all over the floor. It's just, it's almost a total destruction in there.
Their roof torn off, water bubbling in the ceiling, their lanai and everything on it damaged, blown away, or into the pool.
But then we have like a wind chime that's hanging back there that looks like it's not even been touched.
The mysterious nature of tornadoes like the one tearing through southwest Cape Coral, leaving other homes in the area nearly untouched, like Susan Bennett's.
I start crying. When you're blessed, you're blessed. And when you look at your neighbors and they have no home left, and you do, you just have to do something.
So she and her co-workers at Century 21 Sunbelt on Cape Coral Parkway accepting donations for those affected by the 125-mile-per-hour winds. In one afternoon, their entryway filled with toys, linens, shoes, clothing for all ages.
They can come to our office, and if they are in need of clothes or towels or linens or toys, just come in.
She may not know all their names, but she shares a zip code, a street sign, a friendly hello while walking her dog with folks most devastated by the storm.
To see everybody come together the way they have in this neighborhood just alone has been great. My animals are okay, and my neighbors are fine, and that's all that we can really ask for.
Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4 in your corner.
Another live look at some of what has been torn up by this tornado, 2x4s. This is all a huge section of what looked like probably an extension to somebody's back porch or lanai. Some living room furniture, a formal chair out here, and a lot of these heartbreaking things, just family photos, things that are so personal to so many people, just scattered for the world to see at this point. And as we showed you on Fox 4 News at 10 here live, Susan Rivera, one of the neighbors here, out here using our television lights, for which she thanked us, by the way, to look for things that she thought were personal, like pictures, and maybe even important documents that she didn't want shredded. And as you can see, quite a few Christmas ornaments and decorations. She actually hung one in a tree that's been torn up. We'll show you a little bit later in the newscast. But for now, we're talking about families who are remembering the searing moment when that tornado just tore through their community. 4 in Your Corner's Malcolm Johnson has one of those stories for you right now.
Are you going to try and stay here? You think for now?
Yeah, no, we can't. It's unlivable.
It's unlivable.
Vicky Pauly spent part of the day talking with police and school principals about the storm that's left her home boarded up with someone else's van sitting in the front yard. Her daughter goes to Gulf Middle, where the principal is offering temporary housing.
I'm homeless, you know. We were going from hotels, and you know, we needed 2 rooms, and we couldn't get but 1 room because it was filled up and stuff.
She knows her family will have somewhere to go, but Pauly says she didn't really know where to go when the storm blew through her home.
I didn't know which way to go. I just didn't know because it's dark. I didn't know which way to go. And when it started coming through, I just got right here, and I balled up down here, and I could feel all this debris blowing around me.
She wasn't the only one inside.
My father-in-law was sitting in his chair.
I just slid down in my chair and covered my head with my hands, and in 15 seconds it was over.
In what felt like 15 seconds, the home suffered damages that will take months to repair.
This was the screened-in pool area, and this is the lanai and stuff.
Windows started to break, and it sounded like a bomb hit.
It took Vicky some time to come to grips with her new reality, but she tells me her faith has reminded her of what's most important.
I'm just glad to be alive. Me and my father-in-law were okay, and my kids were safe that night.
Malcolm Johnson, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
Malcolm telling you the story of so many families here. Little bits of their lives can be found everywhere in their neighborhood. In this case, part of a lanai, family photos, Christmas wrapping paper, coolers, portions of their porches in some cases. And again, just things that people might not ever think they would ever see in such a setting, but they are now. Now, they are so grateful to be with one another tonight, safe and sound no matter where they are, whether in a shelter or still inside their homes, despite some of the damage because the lights are back on. But the big challenge for a lot of families is where is the one member that we probably spoil the most, and that is the pet tonight. We have been checking with Lee County Domestic Animal Services. They are telling us they're working with a number of other agencies to make sure that any pets who may have been lost or became disoriented and were found during the storm itself are going to be reunited with their owners. Take a listen.
One lady, she was so thankful. Her whole home got demolished by the tornado that came in, and she was able to come get a dog from us. So that was a good thing. Be able to reunite the animal with the owner.
And we even found some pictures of puppies here in the rubble out here, and we talked to one of the homeowners who told us that he was so grateful to get some of those pictures back because he loves his Yorkies so much. And by the way, he has an amazing story as well. Someone was delivering some art to his home back here right before the storm hit, and he said to the driver, you should just stay for a glass of wine because it's so bad out there, it's raining so hard. And the driver said, I really got to get to my next delivery. I will. Well, in fact, he had the glass of wine with the couple who hosted him, and the van that he was driving actually flipped on its side. You can see it right now on fox4now.com. I was reporting live from the side of that van at 6 o'clock. So he felt like they saved his life, and he actually said that. When it comes to saving lives, we know that the warnings really matter. We've been hearing from a number of you. We always respond at 4 in Your Corner. You want your questions answered, we're going to get it for you. And a lot of you have been saying, we felt like that warning was either too close or a little bit later than it should have been. So we checked our own numbers, saw when the tornado actually formed and hit when it came to our radar, and we checked it against the National Weather Service. Here's what we've got for you. The National Weather Service officially issued that tornado warning at 6:50 p.m., so 10 before 7 on Saturday night. At 6:45, though, our information is showing the tornado was tearing through this part of Cape Coral, where I'm standing live right now on Fox 4 News at 11, creating that damage. And just 2 minutes after the tornado struck, it really fizzled. It happens very quickly. We checked in with a meteorologist who says, yes, in this case, as it is so often, things change very quickly.
When it hit Pine Island Sound, something happened when it came ashore. It's probably some of the friction or the effects of the coastline all of a sudden. We've seen that.
And the bottom line from the experts we checked with, they say things like this can happen so quickly. Your best bet is to just cover yourself. Remember, you can get it different ways, through a weather radio, through TV, or a special app like Storm Shield, and maybe just hook into as many as you can. It's kind of like if you want to set the alarm clock. Sometimes you do it on your watch, your phone, on the nightstand. You want those warnings as quickly as you can get them, and we are always working to make sure you get that warning as quickly as you can. In the meantime, we continue to cover what's left behind here on Fox 4 News at 11 and complete coverage. Any of your questions you want answered, talk to us right now on fox4now.com. We're reporting live in Cape Coral tonight. Patrick Nolan, Fox 4 in your corner. Amy, back.
All right, thank you, Patrick, for the update. And coming up later on Fox 4 News at 11, 4 in your corner, talking with Cape Coral City leaders on their plan to repair Southwest Florida's largest city. But first, a look at just how big that Powerball jackpot is now, with 2 days to go before the next drawing. And a lead in the case of a missing Florida toddler. The horrible discovery that investigators made today. That's next on Fox 4 News at 11. Derek?
Yeah, and we're keeping our eyes on chances for rain this week. We'll let you know when we expect them in the forecast coming up next.
She is a force of nature and natural truth seeker. And for 20 years, she has no equal, no limits, and remains unstoppable. Judge Judy.
Weeknights from 5 to 6 on Fox 4. Patrick Nolan and Amy Wegman. Weeknights on Fox 4 News at 6, 10, and 11.
I could get used to this.
I could get used to this.
The luxuriously transformed 2016 Lexus ES and ES Hybrid.
I could get used to this.
Once you experience this level of luxury,
I could get used to this.
there's no going back. Lease the 2016 ES 350 for $349 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Know you have a dedicated advisor and team who understand where you come from.
We didn't really have anything, but we made do.
Know you can craft an investment plan as strong as your values.
Al, how you doing?
Hey, Mr. Hamilton. Know that together you can establish a meaningful legacy with the guidance and support of your dedicated PNC Wealth Management team.
The new year's here, and don't miss the opportunity. That's right, January Cruise with Huge 2016. Whether you're in Wesley Chapel for Silokia, whether you're in Cape Coral for Silokia, it's a cruise of a lifetime. We're here on 2000. You gotta be kidding me, not this again. What are you doing?
Wait for me!
Where's my card?
It's safe.
That was really good when I went out and hired you to do my Spanish spots. It's costing me a fortune, for God's sake. You eat too much and you shop like Caroline. Listen to me, don't miss the opportunity. That's right, folks. In the month of January, Wesley Chapel, all over Tampa, they're talking about it. It's Cruise with Huge. Most car dealers can't do this, folks. They don't have enough cash. Right here, you can come with us. You go into Wesley Chapel, purchase or lease a new Kia. Cape Coral, the #1 Kia dealer in the world, and you're going to cruise with Huge. Look at this. Goddamn, gets me upset.
We'll just get you.
We'll get two. Folks, come shop with the two girls. We're going to make your experience, that's right, in the month of January, absolutely huge.
A sad update tonight. Officials believe that they found the remains of 21-month-old Lonzie Barton in a wooded area near Jacksonville. Little Lonzie disappeared late in July, sparking a massive search for that little toddler. You're looking at his picture there. His mother and boyfriend, the mother's boyfriend, have been charged with child neglect in this case. His mom, Lana Barton, pleaded guilty last week to child neglect. Now, she could be called to testify against her boyfriend, William Ebron. Florida Senator and Republican presidential candidate Marco Rubio making a stop in his home state today. The candidate hitting both Republicans and Democratic leaders, in a speech for being stuck in the 20th century with old policies, he says, and placing too much faith in Washington. Rubio promised to repeal President Obama's actions, pledging to protect key programs like Medicare and Medicaid, and says he'll preserve fundamental constitutional rights.
When I am President of the United States, I will repeal and replace Obamacare before it repeals and replaces any more jobs.
Now, two new polls out today help gauge Rubio's chances in the race for president. The Republican candidate stands in third place nationally right now. He's got 9% of voters who were polled behind frontrunner Donald Trump. He's got 34%, and Texas Senator Ted Cruz coming in at 18%. The next Republican debates are Thursday, hosted by Fox Business Network. All right, coming up next at 11, how low can you go? The famous ride-sharing app Uber dropping its prices. They're hoping you'll catch their ride. We're going to tell you what's behind this price decrease. Plus, a city with a plan. What city leaders have in the works to piece back together Southwest Florida's largest city after that horrible tornado ripped through this weekend. That's next on Fox 4 News at 11. Derek.
And the cool weather is sticking around the Gulf Coast, but we're going to let you know when we expect a warm up and possibly a chance for more storms. This is your forecast next.
A tornado warning for Lee County.
Fox 4 was first.
At 6:52, and we're tracking it for you.
Warning you of danger.
Get indoors and stay indoors.
First with information of power outages and relief efforts.
We have team coverage of the damage.
The Red Cross setting up at Oasis High School.
Continuous social media updates.
Hi, I'm Fox 4 Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley here with...
And streaming newscast online. In your corner. On air. Online. On social media. Fox 4 is in your corner.
Start the new year in a new Nissan. During Nissan's 2016 event, choose from 7 models with 0% financing for up to 60 months, plus up to $5,000 cash back. Or lease Altima, just $178 per month. But hurry, the excitement may last, with 0% on 7 models won't. Offers end February 1st. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Yeah, that's right. Deal Diva coming through. You see all my BOGOs? My weekly ad. Just wait till you see my savings. And brace yourself. The digital coupons are coming next. Look at her. So proud of her mama.
You saved quite a bit today.
Go ahead, say it.
Cha-ching! Thank you.
The weekly ad, BOGOs, and coupons. 3 easy ways to save at the same place you love to shop. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
You said they got a Buick.
I thought they did.
Is that a Buick?
So where are you? Using the built-in Wi-Fi in Tina's new Buick.
My grandpa used to drive a Buick.
It doesn't look like a Buick. No kidding. Okay, who wants smoothies?
That's not your grandpa.
Now current lessees, switch to Buick with this low-mileage lease on this 2016 Encore for around $185 a month for 24 months with just $185 due at signing.
Cape Coral City Council putting a price tag on the damage done from the tornado that hit over the weekend. Today, Council pulled $1.2 million out of a severe weather fund to pay for damage to city property only. 4 New Corners' Adam Pinsker has more on how taxpayers will be paying for the cleanup efforts.
We believe the estimated cost so far is $680,000.
But Cape Coral council members feared that number will climb, and as a result, the city tapped into its reserves today.
8 ayes, motion carried.
$1.2 million was approved to pay down what is becoming a growing list of repairs, including a $580,000 bill for debris removal, $50,000 for overtime costs, $25,000 apiece for the damaged lift station 507 and Pelican Bay baseball complex.
From a financial standpoint, we need to monitor this very, very closely, scrutinize all the costs, and make sure we look at this as an audit situation.
The cleanup could take weeks, and some members are afraid these estimates are on the low end.
If we get to that 1.2 and we're not done, what, are we just going to walk away and leave all the stuff laying in the streets? We can't do that. This is a disaster. It's a cleanup. It's mandatory.
The city still needs to iron out a contract with Waste Pro. The company would be in charge of hauling away tons of storm debris. That job alone could take a month.
We would also have to have city staff assigned to each area to monitor the tonnage that's being collected.
Mayor Marnie Zawicki says the city's rainy day fund pays for unexpected disasters like this.
We had just replaced that this year, so we had used that up during not ever replaced the $4 million from 7 years ago.
Adam Pinsker, Fox 4 in your corner.
And Mayor Zawicki says Cape Coral will come in well short of the threshold that needs to be reached in order for federal dollars to kick in. The mayor is asking Governor Rick Scott for state aid, though, for homeowners whose insurance might not cover all of their damage. Well, in all of our conversations about this weekend's tornado, we are talking a lot about El Nino. You've probably heard us say that a lot. But what is it? In El Nino winters, severe weather does tend to increase for states in the south, and that leads to more rain events and severe weather, tornadoes here in Florida, like what we saw on Saturday. In fact, Florida's deadliest tornado outbreaks happened during El Nino years. 42 people died as a result of strong tornadoes back in '97, the strongest on record. And in 2007, more than 20 people were killed by tornadoes. Weather experts say we aren't even in peak season yet either.
It kind of tends to peak in February into March. And so we want folks to know this is kind of like the opening warning shot.
Well, in just a few days now, we could be looking at another weather event with severe potential. Our next disturbance expected to approach the area Thursday night, and of course, Derek will be watching it.
That's right. We are keeping an eye on that system there towards the end of the week, which we'll have more about in just a few minutes. But today certainly was a nice day. Lots of sunshine. Time lapse from Cape Harbor today showing that sun building in during the afternoon, and temperatures reaching the upper 60s to around 70. Next couple of days, we're going to stay right around 70 degrees for highs, so a little bit cooler than what we had on Saturday before all the severe weather. Then we're going to be tracking that system towards the end of the week. Looks like, again, Thursday night, Friday. More so probably Friday that we're going to be tracking that system moving to the area, and that's could bring us a chance for some strong storms across the region. The timing of that system actually has slowed down with some of the latest data, so that's why we're expecting more so on Friday than Thursday. We are tracking some rain right now across our area. Now, most of this is not even reaching the ground. The air is still very dry in the low levels, so it's evaporating as it falls through the clouds. But this rain here on I-95, though, down towards Miami particularly and up towards Fort Lauderdale, that is reaching the ground. The air is a little bit more moist across southeast Florida. So what we're going to be watching overnight tonight is see how much the atmosphere moistens up, particularly across portions of Monroe and Collier counties. We're going to see how much that happens overnight, and that will determine how much rain you see. I do think, if anything, the chances for rain tonight with this little weak disturbances moving through and into tomorrow will likely be restricted to those far southern portions of our viewing area. That would include southeast Hendry County and also in the portions of Collier County, particularly southern portions of Collier County. 40s and 50s across our area right now. Looks like it'll be a cool morning. We're going to go with lows into the low 50s, some upper 40s out there. A very straight chance for a shower. The better opportunity for rain, though, with this system is going to be the farther south you go in the Sunshine State. So we're talking Key West out towards Miami and Fort Lauderdale, better chances than we do here, given the fact that the air is so dry in the low levels behind this cold front, and some of that moisture is being actually pushed up over top of that dome of cold air. We call it overrunning, and that is what's creating some of that light rain across the region. Otherwise, skies tomorrow will be mostly cloudy. I do think that maybe we'll see some late day sunshine as the clouds clear out and the system moves out, but the clouds will start rolling back in on Wednesday as a very strong subtropical jet continues to spread over our area, and that's one of the telltale signs of the jet stream really getting active is when you see those high clouds streaming over the area quite often, and I think we'll see a lot of that for this week. Your Power 4 zone forecast here for tomorrow, not easy to say. Looks like for tomorrow we'll see mid to upper 60s under a mostly cloudy sky. The chance for showers mainly in the morning far south. Harbor zones I think will be fine far enough north where you guys won't have to worry about any rain. And it looks like for the coastal areas it's going to be mainly again south towards Naples. Chance for some showers in the morning. And at the beaches, same story, Marco Island, potential for some rain early in the morning, otherwise dry for your Tuesday. Forecast for tomorrow calls for a low tonight of 52 and highs tomorrow into the upper 60s. So we're going to go with about 67, 68. Under a mostly cloudy sky and that early chance for a shower for southern sections in the morning. Boating forecast, north winds about 10 to 15 knots, seas running about 2 to 3 feet. 7-day forecast, again, it looks like we stay around 70 the next couple of days. And, of course, we'll be watching that next system. Breezy conditions, stormy potentially on Friday.
All right, thank you, Derek. And coming up next at 11, a new set of wheels about to hit the road when you can expect to see this new take on a minivan hit the market. Uber is slashing prices just for you. What's behind the low digits this time of year? That's next on Fox 4 News at 11.
It's the recon mission for Tango 165. The endless search for the best berries. A midnight run for Tacos El Pastor. And the empty roads of Dawn Patrol. This is what driving is all about. And why everything we do is to make driving better for you.
iHeartRadio is the one app where you can hear all of your favorite live radio stations from all over the country. And you can create your own custom stations using your favorite artists. iHeartRadio. Music and radio in one free app. Download the iHeartRadio app today.
This coffee is made with 4 generations of family care, and it requires a lot of attention to detail. There's a lot of human interaction. All along the way, we're trying to ensure that what we expect from that coffee is going to be delivered, that the quality is there, and that the flavors are present, and it's going to be a great coffee experience. A robot cannot do this. Without a personal touch, without personal care, you're only going halfway. Community Coffee goes the whole way in delivering that rich, smooth flavor experience.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our exceptional offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs. Get this low mileage lease on this ATS from around $279 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
Watch Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley weeknights on Fox 4 News at 6, 10, and 11.
If your home or business has suffered damages due to storms, fire, water, or theft, we have an experienced team that can help you with your insurance claim. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Ride-sharing company Uber is cutting fare prices in more than 100 cities in the U.S. and Canada. It's a bid to stimulate business as it tries to beat the winter slump in people ordering rides. In some cities, this is the 3rd straight year that Uber has dropped prices at the start of the new year. The amount of the discount will vary city by city, and the price cuts went into effect over the weekend. All right, if you haven't already heard, the Powerball jackpot has grown again, this time to $1.4 billion, and the drawing is still 2 days away, meaning it still has time to grow. It's already the world's largest before lottery officials increased it today, and if people keep buying tickets the way they are, we have no idea how big this thing's going to go, but of course we'll keep our eye on it. Well, if you are looking for a new ride, Chrysler's got you covered. The company releasing a new minivan. The new Chrysler Pacifica will replace the Chrysler Town & Country and the Dodge Grand Caravan. It's a hybrid and can travel up to 30 miles on a charge before it has to use any gas. Other features include a 20-inch wheel, panoramic sunroof, and self-parking. The models will go on sale later this year. McDonald's hopes to create something completely different, a side of quinoa. The company introducing McDonald's Next. It's a menu that includes a full salad bar, premium coffee blends, and a self-ordering kiosk. Quinoa is one of the 19 ingredients in the salad bar. McDonald's Next also offers table service after 6 o'clock at night. No word yet on when the menu will hit the States. The menu opened in Hong Kong last month. All right, stick with us. Derek has a look at your morning forecast after the break and how long this cool weather is going to stick around. That's next on Fox 4 News at 11.
Working to get you answers. Fox 4 triggering a special investigation.
It's who we are. It's what we do. The news that's in your corner. Fox 4 News at 10. Get it now at fox4now.com.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing, best V8 horsepower, and has this year's Motor Trend Truck of the Year? Ram.
Chevy.
What do you think?
A Ford.
Oh.
The Ford?
There's no reason why they shouldn't be.
Here's the answer. That's the Chevy Silverado HD, the Chevy Silverado, and the Chevy Colorado.
No way. Chevy.
Or trade up to this Silverado All-Star and get a total value of $97.50 when you finance through select lenders. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The Designer Marketplace and Fashion Show. Fine wines and fabulous prizes. Join us for the Wine, Women, and Shoes Signature Luncheon, February 12th.
Help local families during their cancer journey.
Call the Cancer Alliance of Naples.
People come from all over the world to live in Southwest Florida. Here, on a clear day, you can see the rest of your life.
Sold on Southwest Florida? Make the right choice. Right Choice Realty, 333-best.com.
Want game-changing savings?
Greg's got it!
Now at H.8 Gregg, save big on an all-star lineup of TVs. Samsung, Sony, LG, and more. Catch our lowest prices on high def. A 39-inch HD TV, $179. A 55-inch 1080p HD TV, $349. Plus up to 24 months, 0 interest. Get game-changing savings on big brand TVs. Top brands, low prices, fast delivery.
Greg's got it!
When it drives and looks like new, you'll want to treat it like new. Certified pre-owned by BMW. Take advantage of exceptional offers through BMW Financial Services.
All right, do we need the sweatshirt tomorrow morning?
Yeah, you will. Temperatures in the 50s and 40s.
Oh, that's cold. All right, well, snuggle up tonight. We hope to see you tomorrow. Don't forget, Rising starts at 5 a.m. Have a good one.